Hello, I'm Brent Shiratori, and this is Idea Marketing. Most businesses think they have a traffic problem, when really, they have a funnel problem. Think about it. Two companies can spend the exact same ad budget. One turns clicks into customers, the other just burns money on random, disconnected tactics. I've reviewed dozens of marketing setups over the years, and I keep seeing the same pattern. When a funnel isn't planned stage by stage, businesses end up paying for clicks that never really had a chance to become customers. In this video, you're going to see exactly how your sales funnel choices at every stage either multiply the value of every click or quietly choke your results before revenue ever shows up. Here's what we're covering today. First, what a sales funnel actually is in practical terms, and why your funnel design matters way more than just getting more traffic. Then I'll walk you through a simple 7-stage funnel framework. And for each stage, I'll show you how to plan 3 critical things: the message you need to communicate, the trigger that moves people forward, and the KPIs that tells you if the stage is working or leaking clicks. By the end of this video, you'll have a framework you can use to audit your own funnel and find exactly where your marketing is losing money. And more importantly, you'll know how to fix it. Alright, let's dig in. And I want to start with a reframe that helped me to shift my thinking away from the traditional view of advertising. In the traditional advertising model, it was all about exposure, impressions, eyeballs. And the early days of digital advertising focused on click-through rate and minimizing CPMs. But when you take a funnel approach to marketing, pure clicks are not the end goal. Getting people to move from one funnel stage to the next is the true goal. A funnel is the entire journey from stranger to customer to repeat customer. It's not just an ad on a landing page. It's every touch point and every decision along the way. When you design your funnel well, something powerful happens. You convert at a higher percentage of people at each stage, from ad to lead, from lead to opportunity, from opportunity to customer, and that makes each click more valuable. So you don't need to constantly raise your ad spend to grow. But when your funnel is designed poorly, the opposite happens. You attract the wrong people, you confuse the right people, and you leak money at multiple stages without ever realizing it. Here's the strategic insight. You don't fix a click problem with more clicks. You fix it by improving the path those clicks follow. Let me give you an example. Company A and Company B both spend the same on ads, $10,000 a month. Same industry, similar products. Company A has clear funnel stages with matching messages at each step. Strong opt-in, strong nurture sequence, compelling sales page. They're profitable and growing. Company B sends their ad traffic straight to a generic homepage. Low conversions, high cost per lead. So what's their natural conclusion? Well, they're going to say our ads aren't working. We need a new agency, or we need to spend more. But ads weren't the problem. The path was the problem. Company A might be converting 5% of their landing page visitors into leads, while Company B is converting less than 1%. Same traffic source, completely different results. The difference is in the funnel design. Before we dig into these 7 stages, we need to talk about the fundamentals of funnel marketing. Because mapping out your funnel properly starts before you build any pages or write any ads. You need to define 4 things clearly. First, your ideal customer. Who are they? What's their context? What's their role? What keeps them up at night? Second, their number one problem. The specific thing you solve. Not the 10 things you could help with. The one thing that makes them say, yes, that's exactly what I need. Third, your core solution. What you offer to fix that problem. How does it work? Why is it different? And fourth, the concrete benefits. Does it save them time, make them money, reduce risk, improve their status? Be specific. This clarity drives everything. Your targeting, your messaging, your funnel design and offers. Here's a rule I use. Every decision you make while mapping out your funnel should be framed by one key question. How perfectly does this match my ideal customer and their number one problem? When a funnel underperforms, the problem is often misalignment, not necessarily the individual executions. You don't have a broken landing page, you may have a mismatched promise. You're not speaking to the right pain point for the right person. Quick example. Let's say your ideal customer is marketing managers at B2B SaaS companies with small teams. Their core problem is they're drowning in manual proposals. They spend hours on each one and still lose deals. Your core solution is proposal automation software, and the benefits are cutting proposal time in half, reducing errors, and closing deals faster. That foundation guides every stage of your funnel. You need to write your ad copy to speak to the pain of working long hours and wasting time. You need to create a lead magnet that shows some quick tips on how to make writing proposals more efficient. Your nurture content needs to answer some of their key objections to using automation software. Your offer needs to make the process easy and position it as a complete solution. You see how everything flows from our core strategic foundation? And honestly, skipping this step is where most businesses get it wrong. Rather than starting from a strong strategic foundation, they waste their time tweaking landing pages and testing ad copy, when the real problem is that they never had clarity on who they were talking to in the first place. Now, let's look at the map before we do the deep dive. I want you to see the whole journey before we zoom into each stage. Stage 1 is the ad. The goal here is to track the right clicks. Stage 2 is the landing page. Turn clicks into leads. Stage 3 is give value. That's your lead magnet. Stage 4 is provide ongoing value. This is your nurture sequence. Move interest into readiness. Stage 5 is the sales proposition. Present your main offer at the right time. Stage 6 is over deliver. Turn customers into fans. And stage 7 is upsell. Increase lifetime value in a natural, helpful way. At each stage, you'll define 3 things: the message, what you say, the trigger, what moves them forward, and the KPIs, how you measure success. This is how you plan your funnel strategically instead of just trying stuff and hoping something works. When you see this framework, you'll have clarity on how to move someone from target audience to an actual paying customer. You'll be able to see the gaps and be able to address the problem directly. You'll be able to look at your numbers and know exactly which stage needs attention and how to optimize it. All right, let's break down each stage in detail. The goal at stage 1 is to track the right clicks, not the most clicks, the clicks that are most likely to convert into real customers. Your ad actually acts as a filter. It should pull in people with the specific problem you solve and set a clear promise for what's coming next. Use pain-driven specific messaging that mirrors your landing page. And here's a key shift. Optimize for cost per qualified click, not just impressions or raw click-through rate. You want the right people clicking, not everyone clicking. Here's an example of a weak ad. Get more leads for your business. That could be anyone. It attracts tire kickers and people who aren't your customer. Here's a better ad. Cut your proposal time in half with this 3-step template. Now that's a lot more targeted to the exact ideal customer we defined earlier. Marketing managers at B2B SaaS companies who are drowning in manual proposals. Do you see the difference? Be specific. Specific beats generic every time. Your 3-part plan for this stage? Message. A pain-driven promise tied to a specific outcome that matches your landing page headline. Trigger? They click on the ad. KPIs? Click-through rate, cost per qualified click, and click-to-lead rate downstream. The goal of your landing page is to efficiently turn the right clicks into leads. The principle here is message match. Maintain one-to-one alignment between your ad promise and your landing page headline. When someone clicks an ad and lands on a page that says exactly what they expected, they're much more likely to convert. When there's a disconnect, they'll likely bounce. So keep it simple. One clear action above the fold. Minimize friction by designing the page to have a fast load time, mobile-friendly design, and a simple form. Honestly, it doesn't need to be fancy. If they actually need what you have to offer, they'll stay interested. Use concise social proof and clear benefits to move people from curiosity to commitment. Here's a practical example. If your ad promises to cut proposal time in half, your landing page headline should repeat that exact promise. And the subhead can explain that they're getting a free proposal template plus a short walkthrough video. And there should be one clear call to action. Get the template. Don't give them 5 different things to click. Don't make them scroll to find out what they're getting. Make it obvious and make it easy. This stage's 3-part plan. Message, 1 core benefit and clear outcome. Not your full sales pitch. Save that for later. Trigger, form submission or opt-in. KPIs, landing page conversion rate and cost per lead. By the way, average landing page conversion rates hover around 3 to 5%, but top performers hit 10% or higher. That difference alone can double or triple your results without spending another dollar on ads. Stage 3 is your lead magnet. The goal is to earn the opt-in by giving immediate, specific value. Offer a quick win for a specific audience. Avoid generic ebooks that nobody reads. The more specific and immediately useful your lead magnet is, the better it will convert and the more qualified your leads will be. And here's a tip that a lot of people miss. Use the thank you page as a bridge to the next step. Don't just say thanks for downloading. Invite them to watch a video, register for a webinar, or check out a low-ticket offer. Here's a practical example. Create a lead magnet like a proposal time cutter toolkit with a template and 10-minute walkthrough. The thank you page should deliver the toolkit immediately and invite them to watch a short video on how teams implement this in a week. 3-part plan for this stage. Message, here's a fast, concrete win for your exact problem. Trigger, claiming and consuming the lead magnet plus clicking from the delivery email. KPIs, opt-in rate, cost per subscriber, and initial engagement like downloads and views. The lead magnet is often where funnels win or lose. A great lead magnet attracts exactly the right people and starts building trust immediately. A weak lead magnet attracts the wrong people or fails to deliver value, and everything downstream suffers. This is your nurture sequence. The goal is to move leads from interested to ready to buy. Each touchpoint should have one job: educate, reframe, or handle one core objection. Don't try to sell and teach everything at once. Value-first content builds trust so that when you make a sales message later, it feels like a natural progression rather than a bait and switch. Use a short, structured sequence. 5 to 7 emails typically works well for most businesses. And ideally, you should also segment based on behavior so content feels tailored. Like someone who clicked 3 links in your emails is very different from someone who hasn't opened anything. But let's look at a simple example sequence first. Email 1. 3 mistakes that make proposals take twice as long. It's value focused and addresses a pain point. Email 2. A mini case study about how a client cut proposal time 40% in 30 days. Email 3. A behind the scenes look at your proposal workflow. This builds trust and familiarity. Each email ends with a micro call to action. Watch a short video, visit a feature page, reply with a question, small steps that build engagement. The key is that each email does one job, not 5 jobs. That's what makes it feel like help instead of a sales pitch. The 3-part plan for the stage. Message, here's consistent proof and help tailored to people like you. Trigger, engagement actions like multiple clicks, pricing page visits, or webinar attendance. KPIs, open rate, click-through rate, and lead to sales opportunity rate. Now we're at the sales proposition. The goal is to present a clear, compelling offer at the right time. The principle here, make the offer feel like the natural next step after all the value you've already given. Not a hard pivot or bait and switch, a logical progression. Trigger your main offer based on the behaviors you've been nurturing. When someone has opened multiple emails and visited your pricing page, that's the signal. They're interested, they're researching, that's when you present the offer. In your sales message, clearly communicate the outcome they'll get, what's included, the price, and a risk reversal like a guarantee or support promise. And place objections and proof close to the call to action. Things like testimonials, case study snippets, FAQs that address common concerns. For example, the trigger could be that they've opened 3 or more nurtured emails and visited the pricing page. The sales email says, you've already seen how much time you can save with better proposals. Here's how our software bakes this into your daily workflow. And then include short case snippets and a book, a demo, call to action. The 3-part plan for the stage. Message, here's the transformation and why it's safe and smart to say yes now. Trigger, click to purchase, book a call, or start a trial. KPI, sales page conversion rate, and opportunity to customer rate. One more thing on this stage. The sales proposition isn't where you convince people to buy. It's where you give ready-to-buy people a clear path to say yes. The convincing already happened in the nurture stage. By the time they see your offer, they should already believe you can help them. Your job now is to make saying yes easy. The goal is to turn new customers into fans and future buyers. Here's what most people get wrong. Over-delivery isn't just throwing in random bonuses. It's helping customers reach their first meaningful result as quickly as possible. That means a frictionless onboarding, like a clear checklist that outlines their first steps, a short quick start video, proactive support and check-ins. Make it easy for them to win. And yes, unexpected value adds help too. So it could be like a bonus training, templates, access to a customer-only resource. But don't use bonuses to hide a mediocre core product. The core experience has to deliver first. Here's an example of a new user sequence. Welcome email with first 3 steps to save 5 hours this week. Option for 15-minute onboarding call. Follow-up email a week later celebrating their first milestone, like their first proposal sent. 3-part plan for this stage. Message, you made a smart choice and we're invested in your success. Trigger, completion of onboarding steps or first success milestone. KPI, activation rate, satisfaction, or NPS score. Refund rate, and repeat purchases. The customers who get early wins become your best marketing. They leave reviews, they tell friends, they come back to buy more. The over-deliver stage is where you create loyal customers. The final stage is upsell. The goal is to increase average order value and lifetime value in a way that feels natural and helpful. The well-timed upsell should pose the question, do you want a faster, easier, or more complete version of what you already bought? Not a random product pitch. It should feel like an enhancement or an addition, not a replacement. Time your upsell strategically, and there are 2 really great moments for that. Right after purchase with a one-click add-on when buying intent is highest, or after a usage milestone when they've seen value and want more. Offer something closely related, like a done-for-you setup, premium support, advanced features, training. Keep it connected to what they just bought. So example 1 could be a paid onboarding package. Right after they sign up, ask, do you want us to build your first 3 proposal templates for you? Example 2, an analytics add-on. After a usage milestone like them sending 10 proposals, ask them if you'd like us to review the proposals and track them to improve close rates. The 3-part plan for the stage. Message, do you want the faster, easier, or more complete version of what you just bought? Trigger, purchase completion, activation, or usage milestone. KPIs, upsell take rate, increase in average order value, and revenue per customer. Done right, upsells can add 10 to 40% to your average order value. That's revenue you're leaving on the table if you skip this stage. Now let's talk about how everything connects and how to diagnose leaks in your funnel. For every stage, you define 3 things. Message, what they need to understand or feel to move forward. Trigger, the action that moves them to the next stage. KPIs, the numbers that tell you if that stage is working. Use benchmarks, even rough ones, to understand where your funnel is leaking. Is the problem traffic quality from the ad, landing page message match, lead magnet attractiveness, nurture effectiveness, or the offer itself? Let's say you have a good click-through rate on your ads, but low landing page conversions. What's the diagnosis? It could be a messaging misalignment between your ad promise and your landing page. Maybe the ad says one thing, the page says something else, and people just bounce. The fix? Align the headline, clarify the benefit, simplify the form, and add proof. That single change can dramatically increase the value of every click you're already paying for. This is the power of the framework. Instead of guessing, you can diagnose. Rather than throwing more money at ads, you can fix the path. And when you fix it, you multiply the value of every click. That same $10,000 ad spend that was barely breaking even can suddenly become profitable. Not because you got better at ads, but because you got better at what happens after the click. Quick recap. Let's bring it all together. Your funnel is the entire journey from stranger to repeat customer. Your funnel choices at each stage determine who clicks, how many continue, and how much each click is worth. Start with your foundation, ideal customer, their number one problem, your core solution, and concrete benefits. Then plan your 7 stages. Ad, landing page, lead magnet, ongoing value, sales proposition, over-deliver, and upsell. At each stage, define your message, your trigger, and your KPIs. That's how you plan instead of guess. That's how you find and fix the leaks. And remember, you don't need a perfect funnel to start. You just need to map the funnel so you can improve it systematically over time. Your action steps. Here's what I want you to do after this video. First, map your current funnel using these 7 stages. Even if it's incomplete or messy, write it down. You can't fix what you can't see. Second, for each stage you have, write down the message, the trigger to the next stage, and the KPI you'll watch this month. And third, pick one stage that's clearly underperforming and focus your next experiment there. Don't try to fix everything at once. Find the biggest leak and patch it first. If you're not sure where to start, look at where people drop off. High ad clicks but low landing page conversions? That's your landing page. Good lead flow but nobody buying? That's your nurture or your offer. Just follow the data. If this framework helped you to see your marketing differently, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And drop a comment below telling me which funnel stage you're going to fix first. I read every comment and I'd love to hear what you're working on. If you want to go deeper on landing pages that actually convert, check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. Now go map your funnel and find that one stage you're going to fix this week. Remember, you don't need to buy more ads when you have better ideas.